Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me here on this channel. If you came here, that means that you wanted to tune into Valorant Game Changers, and it is going to be my absolute pleasure to bring you that action tonight. I'm Daniil, also known as Betters McGee, and if you are for some reason unaware, we have a special event going on this week. It is going to be Canadian Esports Nationals. What that means is we are dedicating this time to celebrating the best Canadian esports collegiate competition, and we're going to have our opportunity to showcase what these schools are capable of going to put on a show for you guys today. First, we're going to highlight the teams that are going to be playing today for the Valorant Game Changers division, and we have some fantastic teams lined up. We have St. Clair College versus Université de No, that's the Valorant regular, like, Premier division. We want to be looking at the Game Changers one. Our opponent today is going to be University of Saskatchewan. The rest of the bracket will have to determine itself as the week goes on, but at the very least tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be seeing St. Clair College versus University of Saskatchewan, and they're already here in Agent Select, so things are getting off to a fantastic start. We have Oppie, Abiprofin, Kurosu, Maya, and Chris going off against Crislin, CMU Season, Tony Chopper, Riehu, and Dopamine. I like these names, and I like these competitors. Tonight is going to be a special night for these teams. They have a fantastic opportunity to showcase their skills, show what they're made of, and really have a chance to slug it out here on Ascent. The first map, a classic one. A lot of teams have really been able to make their mark and show their stuff on this map, and I don't expect tonight to be any different. In this first game, I feel like momentum is a very, very important thing, and that is no less of an exception in Valorant than anything else. You want to start off strong, and you want to make sure your opponents fear and respect you. So St. Clair College, starting off on the attack, are going to have an opportunity to put the fear of God in the
on my way.
Of course, University of Saskatchewan has that same right, that same opportunity to show that they are unafraid of anything. Even though the Saints are currently undefeated in their Aurora Series run right now, 5-0 in the wins department. The University of Saskatchewan, a team, not a lot of information available, or at least none that I was able to find much about of them, but maybe they're here to show that they are release the charge, dashing with the jet, almost finding headshot, but them out for more headshots. The rest of the team is slowly falling. Chris and Abby Pro's flying 2. It's a 2v3 right now. The Saints are getting an Abby Pro down, trying to get back into the garage, and they get out with just a little bit of health. It's a fight for their life. Abiprofin is going to take down the doppelganger Killjoy and survive with barely a point of HP. Walking around the corner,
One suppressed.
detecting Abiprofin, slowly crawling their way up. Looking for the shots, and finds it! The 4K for Abiprofin to start things off strong for the Saints. University of Saskatchewan, however, they are definitely putting on a very strong show of force themselves, really making the Saints fight tooth and nail for that victory. It didn't come easy, but it still came nonetheless. Saints gonna have a good amount of time to get started off with the Guardians. Maybe they're gonna want to favor something a bit more long range, maybe start going for some pushes mid or B, but if they still want to go A, they really still have the range advantage when it comes to shooting out heaven and clearing out anyone who may be standing there, but maybe they're going to lose out on those a little bit closer range exchanges. But nevertheless, the round is set to start off, and we're going to see how the Saints are going to want to approach this. They have the smokes, they have all the flashes that they would need. Oppie probably just going to get things started with another dash. Dash in. Let's have the smoke off. Garage, Chris finding a headshot through the smoke. Oppie going in. Maya. Chris fighting off those who are trying to approach. Saints, they are holding out strong. First gonna go down. Nobody is going to go down. Maya, Tony Chopper fighting very hard, but with the Guardians, it's so easy for the Saints to pick them off, especially at these ranges. St. Clair College taking another round for University of Saskatchewan with another round under the belt. afford some money. They're going to be able to afford some guns, rather. And we're going to see some Vandals with the Sheriff come out of the side of the University of Saskatchewan. The Saints didn't lose a single member on that round, so it benefits them to just not spend any money, even though they could technically upgrade, go up to the Guardians. It just doesn't really make sense for them to do so. Just save your money, so even if you do lose this one, you're not in a worse financial position. So not necessarily going to be working with the guns that they want, but it's going to get a lot of damage done. As we see Chris taking down Dopamine as they meet each other on that A long. Just trying to get across now. Another smoke coming through for Api, dashing in as Chrislin takes down Chris. Battle of the Christency. Maya going to be able to find the plant. But, oh, the dart getting the Recon, finding where things are, spraying through the boxes, and Buck there to suppress some of that damage. Finally, Api going down. Rihu taking down Ibuprofen. Maya stuck behind the box. Could come around swinging, but not going to find the mark. Rosu finding a beautiful headshot not too long after. Going to take a headshot himself, go down. University of Saskatchewan going to be able to get the defuse, split it up as well, so everyone's getting an alt point. And that's going to be the first round of the University of Saskatchewan to take this one. But, of course, Saints, they didn't spend a dime this round. Maybe at least some for their util. But in terms of weaponry, they didn't spend any money. So we're right back to square one, realistically. University of Saskatchewan, if they lose this one, they will be in bad shape economically. But the Saints, they basically had a free round, did some economic damage, and even got the plant still. So they're looking to be in pretty good condition. Recon dart, they are trying to find anyone who might be trying to approach, but a couple of seconds until the action starts here. Looks to be the case just a little bit mid. You're going to be pushing through here with the Vandals. Longer range engagements favoring them. Poppy going along, seeing the dodge. Dash ready. Bullets whizzing past their head. Not it's Chris. First to enter the site. Back, finding the headshot through the box. Going down. Bodies are falling as well. Rosu. Flash Chopper. Getting out, getting aggressive, going for one more. Potentially going through, turning around. Clearing out anyone who might be in the way. Saints looking for the headshots on the heaven. But the site, they're getting aggressive, meeting each other face to face, and they're going to be taking down Maya, falling as well, but Kurosu cleaning things out on the site, finishing off the round for the Saints. And not going to take the gun, already has the gun, but maybe like their skin more. But going to keep our own in this case as we're waiting for St. Clair College to decide on how they want to approach the attack here. It's going to be for the University of Saskatchewan. I'm not too sure what's going wrong for them on their defense. I think they have a very solid mechanical ability to defend the Saints. Like, they are able to win these gunfights pretty comfortably. They're not getting completely out in that regard. But for whatever reason, the Saints are just able to find so much more success in just getting into the site and holding it down, preventing anybody from wreaking any havoc on their strategy. But with just the Sheriffs in hand, University of Saskatchewan are still going to be plenty lethal if they're able to find these engagements favorably. But so far, Saints are getting everything going their way. Chris and Api taking down too. Oh, but Dopamine on the retreat, just spraying out shots from the revolver. No reason not to, and it's going to reward you in dividends, finding a kill as you're leaving. One valuable member of the Saints out. Api forced to watch this round from the sidelines. Dopamine finding another. Kurosu down, but Chris finds two. Maya almost taking down the encroaching KO. Forced on the retreat. Not much to save, so no reason to stay retreating for too long. See if you can find even at least one kill. It'd be a huge value for your team. Tony Chopper edging out this corner as the bomb is down, just waiting patiently. Maya doing very much the same. Going on the corner, they spot each other. Maya looking for the kill, finds it. Another round for the Saints, 4-1. University of Saskatchewan, they're struggling a little bit, but it's still far from over. Saints, we are just about halfway through this first half, and University of Saskatchewan, they still have plenty left in the tank. Now they're going to be able to afford some guns at the very least. They're not going to be in a very good position, because if they lose this round, they are in dire straits once again. But at the very least, they are going to be able to give their all in this round. And that's how you have to approach these games, ladies and gentlemen. just one round at a time. Smoke going out. Krislin taking down Chris. Dopamine. Oppie is out immediately. Rihu using the Kamehameha Blast, finding so much value, taking down Ibuprofen, and the Saints attack immediately shut down. University of Saskatchewan, they finally just called out the A push. The Saints have been doing it so consistently, and they just shut it down before the Saints even had a chance to really reveal that this was their plan. Dopamine waiting patiently for any attackers who want to breach no man's land. Watching both sides because they know that two people are on each of them. Now Spraying not going to be able to find that track to get the kill. Unfortunately, forced to retreat. That's going to be some more ground ceded towards the Saints as they're making their advance upward. They got plenty of money left. There are no concerns for saving or anything economic. They want to press the issue and keep the aggression going. Both have their ultimates. I wouldn't expect either of them to commit it. However, you want to preserve that for more valuable rounds. They're going to find the bolt at least to get the information as to where member University of Saskatchewan was, but Dopamine swinging around the corner and taking down Maya immediately. Kurosu almost finding Dopamine, but not quite. 33 HP. What they're going to be left on as they find another round for their team. University of Saskatchewan now halfway there to tying up the Saints. But like I mentioned, Saints are doing fine economically. They lost the round, but not the war. Far from it. Still able to come back relatively strong. But unfortunately for the Saints, the University of Saskatchewan seems to be one step ahead of them in the strategy department. Saints have been pushing on A pretty consistently, and that led to University of Saskatchewan completely stuffing their next push. And it seems the University of Saskatchewan also are reading very well. The Saints are probably going to switch things up as Evil Oppie taking down Dopamine, flying all the way through over onto B site and clearing it immediately. This is a huge opportunity for the team. The rest of them pouring in. They know nobody's there. Oppie doing a great job finding opportunity for the team and finding one more. That's a triple kill now for the Saints Jet. Looking for even more. Can you get the ace here, Oppie? Finding one, just one more remaining. It's going to be the Killjoy, and if only you knew how close they were. Dashing into the smoke, looking, seeing in the corner, knows where they are, but not able to cement the kill, unfortunately. That cat little spray is hissing in despair at the missed opportunity. Chris gonna get revenge for their fallen teammate and take another round for St. Clair College. Still, however, University of Saskatchewan able to fight back. Economically, they're not too hindered from the last round's failure. Still able to afford the Vandals, still able to commit anything that they're willing to in this round. 3 ultimates to work with as well. Killjoy ult is gonna be able to open up some things for them, but they don't really have much else to work with. The Jet one requires a little bit of commitment, and the Omen one not going to afford too many opportunities on the defense. But Saints immediately popping the Reyna ult. This is going to allow them to get a little bit more aggressive. Shock darts coming out of market. Oppie being patient, not going to commit the dash. And sitting at the smoke dissipates, finding a double immediately. Triple as the door closes. Ibuprofen gonna kind of seal that one away. Getting through the doorway, Kurosu going to save Oppie, who was quite in a dangerous situation. Saints just went on a massacre in that round. Didn't want to hesitate, didn't want to slow down. They wanted to go straight for the victory, and they were able to find it pretty uncontested. Going now into this next, just 4 rounds remaining in this half. You want to start thinking about using your ults and how you want to space them out. You have 1 more point for your KO to have the ultimate, and 6 more for your Sova on the side of University of Saskatchewan. The Saints haven't really used many except for that previous round, so I'm wondering if they're going to want to get aggressive and push to see if they can get more ult points than they need to get their ults once again before this half. Dopamine finding a beautiful knife kill onto Maya with the Jet ult. Kurosu taking down the Killjoy, who's on site. Chris holding market. Flash is going to come through, but not too fast. You're going to get taken down quite immediately. Dopamine coming on the corner with the Jet knives, but Rihu with the Sheriff taking them down as they're on the retreat, but Kurosu with the 4K to finish off the round, wiping up anybody who tried to stop the Saints' assault. Another round in their pocket, and not an alt committed. I feel like the Saints just don't even feel it necessary to. They have everything they need, and even Oppie using their ultimate, it wouldn't really matter too much because you have all the money in the world. Why use your ultimate to get the knives? It's not too important, but KO finally going to have the ultimate on the side of University of Saskatchewan, and then once again, they still have the Killjoy ult. They just haven't been able to find much value. The Killjoy ult really favors those slower, more methodical rounds, but if you look at the mini-map, you'll see the Saints aren't doing anything like that. They are running straight to A site, piercing through, but at the very least, the suppress is going to come out. 4 of the Saints are going to get hit by that one, and that's going to stop them right in their tracks, at least for the time being, as they reconsider whether or not they want to press the issue over on A site or reconsider. We have one near mid, didn't get spotted out quite yet. The drone going to be put back in the pocket as the Saints resetting their push on A. University of Saskatchewan forced to send the rest of them over to the other sites. Killjoy ultimate is going to get committed over on A site. A little bit of a slower round, and the enemy Killjoy nowhere to be found to be able to retaliatory use theirs, but Oppie with the entry frag. Maya cleaning up Rihu, took down Oppie in return. Attacker Killjoy is going to go off and allow the Saints to find the plant. We're waiting now for the response from University of Saskatchewan. I don't think they want to use their own Killjoy ult here. They want to do this the old-fashioned way, but losing this round would be devastating for them, so they have to do something. Chris coming around the corner, finding Chrislin and the Killjoy, so now you have no choice, and Maya taking down the Jet. Chris taking down Chrislin once more. It is going to be another round for the Saints, and every round that gets closer to this half coming complete, you have to wonder what University of Saskatchewan's adjustment is going to be. Sure, Saints have a fantastic lead right now, but if you can even up the score just a little bit, so you don't have to be going into the next half with 10-2, you'd much rather go in at 4-8. It's a lot more favorable, a lot less daunting, and you'll take as little stress as you can get in trying to find success. But Recon's going to go through, get the scans, but Dopamine and Rihu take down 2 of the Saints. Oppie finding one before going down themselves. Rihu falling as the Saints peek around the corner, clearing out A long, finding their way straight into the site. Garage open, heaven open, nobody in hell either. It's completely open. Saints finding the plant, putting the door down. It's just going to be Maya and Ibuprofen to try to close this one out for the Saints. Feet spotted. Oh, but trying to get the Killjoy. Oh, getting greedy a little bit. Maya swinging around the corner, getting aggressive, and going back to the rafters to take out the KO who was on heaven. That's 2-9 now for the Saints, and you have one more round for University of Saskatchewan to try to bring things even a little bit closer. We'll have to wait and see what the answer is going to be. The Saints could very easily just run it down A. Once again, how they've had a lot of success doing it, and I really respect this strategy. Kind of gets in the head of your opponents a little bit, makes them really ponder what your true intentions are. Are we going to switch you up? Are we going to go here? Are you going to go there? The Saints haven't even set foot in it all game. They just have been sticking hard, pushing B or A, with maybe they want to try changing things up now, as we're seeing 2 of them on mid. Oppie with the dash ready in case things go awry, finding the headshot immediately, dashing out of chaos, but Chrislin coming through with the Guardian to find the headshot, putting down the Mad Killer on the side of the Saints. Rihu waiting for anyone approaching, maybe hearing the footsteps or the smoke, preventing you from making any well-educated decisions. Shock Dart coming through is finding a little bit of damage. Tony Chopper taking out the flash to Chris. Maya finding Tony Chopper shortly after that. Defender Killjoy coming through. No point in holding off on it now, even if it's not going to be optimal. It's the last round you have to use it. Rihu finding Maya, and the Saints, they are forced into a corner. The defuse is going through, but they have just a few seconds to come back for revenge, and Abby finding 2 on the site, taking out the diffuser. Straight faking that one, but no, Ibuprofen finding the last kill they need to close out the round. 10-2 for St. Clair College. They just need 3 more rounds to win Game 1 over University of Saskatchewan. And ladies and gentlemen, the way things are going right now, I don't think they're going to have a lot of trouble doing so. It's looking fantastic. If you look at the scoreline, I think it tells the story. The Saints are just able to so consistently win their engagements, and they aren't suffering the deficits that come from dying a lot. The most deaths coming out in this game is going to be on Oppie, who actually tied for the most kills as well. And of course, your entry frag is going to have the most deaths, so it makes sense, but that's the most they have on the side of Saints, which is 9, and that is not even going to be the least they have on University of Saskatchewan. The least is going to be 10 on their side, so they have very little money to work with, not a lot of opportunities to get aggressive with the armory. But Oppie playing mid, looking for headshots, almost finding 2 now, but finds it on the 4th shot, taking down Quizland on the Omen at the back of the site. Oh my god, Abby finding a beautiful headshot. Maya, it's a team ace headshot version potentially. Kurosu finding their own. Just one more is all we would need to find that beautiful symphony of kills. But with the fake plant coming through, Dopamine finding at least one, but Kurosu, hey, wasn't a team ace, but everybody who died to a headshot in that round. My headshot percentage senses favor things going that way, but with the Saints winning that pistol round, that is once again going to spell you know, a lot of opportunity for them to win this one, as well as University of Saskatchewan not going to have a lot of money to work with. And not a lot of money means not a lot of firepower. Not a lot of firepower means you're going to lose most of your gunfights, and that just means whatever you're trying to accomplish is going to be 10 times more difficult. So, with that being said, the Saints, with the Guardians, they are going to be able to hold out pretty well. But Rihu finding Chris, looking for the headshots, not going to be able to find any. We're seeing Kurosu trying to get the smoke down. Dopamine taking them out, however. Counter smokes coming up. A site's completely clear. And the Saints maybe flew a little too close to the sun on this defense. Guardians, they're holding. Probably not going to be as advantageous for them. But wow, Oppie finding a beautiful wallbang headshot. The game sense is incredible. Has me scratching my head, honestly. Beautifully done. Dopamine finding a beautiful headshot in response, and Maya able to take that down as Dopamine finds the final kill. There's a lot of bloodshed in that garage, but when the dust settles, it's going to be University of Saskatchewan walking away with the round win. Saints dropping the round after pistols, not able to finalize the almost match point that they just had in their clutches. But with this round coming up, they are not completely out of the count. You can see University of Saskatchewan stacking up the armory. They have the Guardians, the Vandals, one Stinger. Saints flashed out. Chris just standing firm, not letting anyone put them down. Gonna fall eventually, but didn't even try to retreat, just stood their ground. Kurosu finding a beautiful flick headshot into smoke. Excellently done. Gonna get taken down on the retreat, but Saints, Oppie coming around the corner with the Marshall, looking for the shot, finding one. Can he get the second to clear it out? No, but Apiprofen, thankfully, gonna be there to support Oppie. Shock Dart not gonna find the kill, but the turret going in to try to do some damage, or the swarm grenade rather. As we're going to look for wall bangs in the ground. Not going to find any recon drone coming through. Just spraying through the floorboards. Oppie finding a headshot with the Marshall. Oppie finding another one. This is lethal. Looking for one more. Trying to go for the knife kill. Rihu taking them down. It's just going to be a one-on-one. Sova versus Sova. Fair as fair can get. Maya faking the defuse. Actually, no, going to stick it. Finding the first half. Looking for each other. Perfect one-on-one situation. Finding the headshot, looking for it, faking once again, and you're spraying it down, getting the kill you need. This is 12-3. Saints fighting hard for this game. One more round is all they need, and they're looking to be in a very good position to do so. Oppie with $0 in their bank account for this final round. Well, potentially final round. Saints are spending everything that they can, but University of Saskatchewan, they have a little bit left in the reserves, but the reserves won't matter if you lose this one. This could be it, so they have to spend everything that they can, put themselves in as favorable of a position as possible. We're looking for CC Musin with the shotgun over on B, but evil Oppie is going to be vanquished by the forces of good. Rihu taking them out immediately. Smoke settling on that top, creating a nice one-way. Rihu
Not going to find anyone there, however, as the Saints putting their attention elsewhere as well. University of Saskatchewan doing very much the same. B site is going to be push for University of Saskatchewan. Maya, and we're looking at ibuprofen on this site as well. Trying to find some wall bangs. Dopamine, not any success, but Util forcing them back. Chris Lynn almost finding one, but Chris is going to take them out. Dopamine taking out Korosu on the approach. Dopamine hiding in the corner, finding one. Chris, here's the plant going, finds and interrupts it with the headshot to the back of the head. Looking for one more, but no, Dopamine clearing it out. That's a triple kill for Dopamine, and another plant for a little bit extra money in another round for the University of Saskatchewan. 4-12. Saints not a lot left in the pocket, but still lethal all the same. Korosu giving the Marshall over to Oppie just to keep that lethality up. 1 kill away, mind you, from the ultimate for Oppie. Once again, with your entry having the most deaths, they're probably going to be suffering on the credit balance the most. But with that ultimate from Jet, it gives you basically a free round with a mini Marshall, mini rapid fire Marshall. Oppie looking to find the head, not gonna find one. Rihu using this drone more like an RC card in Call of Duty, scanning the ground, not gonna find anybody. As we're waiting for the Saints to see what they can find, waiting for them around the corner. Rihu, University of Saskatchewan, doing very much the same. Recon dart, or is that a shot? Yeah, Recon is going to find some data for University of Saskatchewan. They're informed citizens now. Maya, very scary position. Ibuprofen finding 2 with support from Ibuprofen, or Maya rather. And oh, Dopamine's so low with the smoke up, dashing back. This has been the star for University of Saskatchewan so far, clutching out so many rounds for their team. But if they went down there, their hopes of coming back would have looked bleak for Saskatchewan. St. Clair College not dropping a single member with 3 members remaining. They're going to be resetting, finding their way back to A site. Spike in the hands of the Omen.
Left.
No ultimate, however. Not going to do anything too shifty with it. Just your classic smoke plays. One's going up, finding another. But Chris taking out Dopamine immediately. That's information at the very least provided to their team. With the flash coming out, Maya finding 1 and 2 to clean up the game. Fantastic gameplay from St. Clair College. They're going to clear out that first one over University of Saskatchewan on Ascent. And I think that's a very important one for both of these teams. You could see Dopamine actually leading on the score and kills, 17-14. Oppie, the other Jet player, 16-12. So similar stories for both of these teams in the compositional department. Both of their Jets, their duelists, doing a lot of work to open up opportunities for the team. But I feel like Saints were just able to clear out more of those opportunities, make them have a stronger impact, and carry the momentum forward. Whereas University of Saskatchewan, while they were able to find some opportunities here and there, I think they struggled with finalizing some of those plays. But that is just game 1. We still have to have at the very least one more game for these teams to show what they have in store. University of Saskatchewan, I think they still have a chance for sure. We saw one of their players leading in that kill score and the combat points. So I think if they come together and try to clean up their game strategy just a little bit, they might be able to outgun the Saints. But, of course, they are undefeated in the Aurora Series for a reason. This team is fantastic, very strong, and very powerful. So they still have the upper hand in the series, if you ask me. But going forward, it's still anybody's game. Next map, not sure what it is, but whoever is going to decide on it, most likely going to be University of Saskatchewan. They will hopefully be able to clean up their game 2 against St. Clair College. But ladies and gentlemen, that's just game 1. Game 2 on its way very soon. We'll be sending things off to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We have one more game coming up. No, you're good.
Pushing out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here for Game 2 of University of Saskatchewan versus St. Clair College, and it looks like we're off to a quick start already. The Saints once again on attack to start, and they're pushing over onto the B site here. Oppie starting off armored, getting aggressive as University of Saskatchewan looking to defend. Maya looking at the confused face of their teammate as they're trying to form a retaliation, taking out the drone. Forced, your back is against the wall. You have to fight back strong, but exactly what the Saints are doing. Ibuprofen taking down one. Chris is going to fall, but Ibuprofen and Oppie taking down two more respectfully. Looking for the finalization of this round. CC Muse Season is going to have to work on that name here as they are looking to swing around the corner, but surrounded at all points. At least you know where one person is. Trying to get sprayed out from the other side. Oppie's still going to be able to push through and get the kill regardless. One more round in the Saints' pocket, and this is one more step closer to victory for them. If, however, University of Saskatchewan is not able to fight back. But we saw in that first game, if you weren't here with us, ladies and gentlemen, that they are plenty capable of fighting back. So I'm curious to see how they are going to play this second game against University or St. Clair College. St. Clair College, to say it was a aggressive and dominant victory is accurate, but not entirely accurate. It's like I said, University of Saskatchewan was able to fight back, but it's going to be a little bit harder to do here, I feel. The Saints are riding the momentum off of their previous win, and so far they look to be untouchable. As the smoke goes up, Util is flying around, trying to stop the push. The Saints favoring the strategy, pushing one side aggressively over and over. Dopamine finding Chris and retreating from smoke to smoke. Rihu taking down Oppie. Once again, that's two down for University of Saskatchewan. One more, Kurosi's going to fall, but Maya at least evening out the scores just a little bit with the Stinger in hand, trying to find two. Now almost finding the track to get two kills right then and there, but unable to finish out that kill. The Spectre just a little too weak in the damage department. University of Saskatchewan tying up the score as they were able to win the unlikely round after Pistol. The Saints just didn't have the execution they wanted, and maybe the strategy of hard pushing a single map or a single site round after round isn't going to work out this time, and I think that might be the adjustment that they're making. They're diversifying their approach a little bit and maybe slowing things down. As University of Saskatchewan, they're not afraid to get aggressive and hard commit. We've seen in the previous Ibuprofen just missing that dart, going to get scanned for it as Chrislin spraying them down from the smoke, knowing exactly where they were. We're waiting now to see how they want to engage. Smoke's going to go down, blocking off mid. Saints forced to take a different approach. Chris over on A side, not spotting anybody. That's information for the team. Seeing the tripwire, however. See some musing around the corner. Gate's gonna go down. Smoke push. Rosu sending a nade into that smoke. Maya looking for the plants. University of Saskatchewan starting off their retake. Arigu taking down Kurosu. They take each other out rather. Tony Chopper finding Oppie right after Oppie took out a teammate. Dopamine with the nade. Tony Chopper faking the TP, going through, swinging, finding one, almost a second. It's going to be CC Views and taking out Chris instead. And for the first time in the series, the University of Saskatchewan are leading over the Saints, splitting up the defuse, leading the score now 2-1 for Saskatchewan. St. Clair College, they haven't hit the ground running quite yet. Tripped on their shoelaces, and now they have a bruise
not too significant. We're not talking broken bones because they still got plenty of money to work with, but it's definitely slowing up the momentum that I was talking about, and maybe it might not even be a factor anymore, as once again I mentioned University of Saskatchewan are leading for the first time in this series. Saints looking to be up to their no good old tricks as they are hard stacking over on A, but doesn't look to be another rush. Whether or not this is going to work for them, we're going to have to see. There's just a lot of util over on it, tripwires galore, but there isn't going to be anyone really to stop them once they get through. I think they might recognize on the side of Saskatchewan what the Saints play is going to be, as nobody's over on B, and the tripwires taken out. Saints finding their way onto the A site. Gates can go up. It's going to be a 5-on-5 retake. You'd love to see those as much as possible. Maya getting the plant. Drones going through with the Roomba, trying to scan for anybody. Recon drones going to find at least one tag and spot 3 members of the Saints. But University of Saskatchewan is going to find the first kill here. Maya being taken out. Poppy getting taken out shortly after. Chris finding 2. Kurosu trying to find a kill and finds it on CC Musin. Ibuprofen finalizing that kill, finalizing that round by getting the kill on Tony Chopper, who was standing on the box as the Omen. Was trying to get a vantage point, but ended up being their burial ground as that round goes towards University of Saskatchewan, or St. Clair College rather. They're tying things up and looking to overtake University of Saskatchewan. Saints, they lost a couple members, but those who died are still going to be able to afford some guns here. And University of Saskatchewan, very similar situation. They are going to be able to afford some real guns, one sheriff and a marshal. So you have some specialists, I put it. But with the ultimate being found on Chrisland by Oppie, it's going to be one member from University of Saskatchewan taken out without a fight. Smoke's coming up, facing up Maya. Using the dart, however, to scan. Not gonna catch anyone, however. Tony Chopper just spraying through the smoke. Oppie taking down Rihu. This is gonna be a successful take for A as the bomb goes down. Maya and Oppie taking down one of each. Tony Chopper taking down Oppie, but Ibuprofen holding the angle as Tony Chopper walked out to find the headshot immediately. 2-3 now for the Saints. And University of Saskatchewan, let's see how they're going to try approaching this round. We got a Bulldog, Vandals, and a couple other rifles. Yeah, just going to be Bulldogs and Vandals. They had enough to afford it, and maybe a little bit lacking in some of the armor departments, but they're still going to be able to make this work if they kind of play their cards a little bit more carefully. St. Clair College, once again, getting aggressive over on A, but University of Saskatchewan getting wise to it. Bulldog is going to take out Maya, and CC Musin taking out by the ult from the deadlock. Chris getting the kill. No one was able to break them free from the binds of Chris's ult. Rihu, 15 HP, wants to try to find some value before going down. Finding the util, forcing Kurosu off of that wall. But as we're looking more, Kurosu taking a lot of damage through that smoke. 30 HP left in the tank. Dopamine and the rest of Saskatchewan, they're holding down A desperately with their Omen, getting off angles to go for the smoke. Chrislin maybe looking to flank, but not wanting to commit to it fully. It's kind of scary to do so. Anyone could be waiting for you around those corners, and they're not going to decide to, in fact, making the read. Maybe the Saints are going to go for B. It's going to be the wrong play, however, as Ibuprofen makes the entry, gets one. Oppie taking down another. It's a 2v4 situation as the Saints find the plant. It's just going to be the remaining members of Saskatchewan now. It's just remaining member as Tony Chopper taken out. Chrislin falls, the last member of University of Saskatchewan. 3 kills for Ibuprofen in that round. Saints leading 2 more points. Similar scoreline to how things were in the previous map. But I feel like Saskatchewan, while things are looking similar, I hope they're not feeling similarly. They should be thinking of solutions to the problems, and I feel like they might have some already. As we saw, when University of Saskatchewan get comfortable with challenging the Saints' approach, they usually find a lot of success. Of course, it is a guessing game at that point, and when you guess wrong, it feels devastating. And you can see St. Clair College changing up their approach already, going for B. Maya getting in position with drone, seeing what they can find. The ult from Oppie, not gonna find anybody. Oh, never mind, I was mistaken. Took Choni Chopper into a different dimension and made sure that they were the only one that came back. Musin finding Kurosu with only 5 HP left, spraying through. One bullet was so close to finding the kill, but Dopamine with the showstopper taking out Oppie as Oppie took them out. They're just beyond the grave kills here, coming out constantly in this series. We're seeing it so often, but Rihu with the ult forcing them off, making them run with the regen armor, at the very least getting some left in the tank. But Maya, as they all ran around the corner, they didn't know they were still there, sitting behind the wall, mowing them down. Never count Maya out. You never know when they're going to come around to bite you in the behind, which is exactly what happened, unfortunately, for University of Saskatchewan. At the very least, they forced out some ults on both sides. Saints just left with the Sova ultimate on Maya. However, University of Saskatchewan with the Cypher ult plus the Sova ult could do, they have the opportunity to do the funniest thing right now. But whether or not they're going to commit for it, we'll have to wait and see. I feel like they might want to save that for a later round, but at the same time, you're getting close to the end of the half, and you don't have a lot of money left. If you can guarantee a win in any round, this might be one of those opportunities. Well, it's not going to be a guaranteed round win. It'll still be very effective. Crislin finding Oppie, eliminating immediately a very powerful member of the Saints. Details are coming through, trying to find any value with those. Not gonna much is going to be found. Chris taking a lot of heat from, Crislin taking a lot of heat from Chris. These two seem to be arch enemies. They're always gunfighting each other. Again, it's the battle of the Chris's. There can only be one. Abby just barely missing Dopamine in mid as they push past that sight line. TP going to be committed, or faked rather, on the side of University of Saskatchewan, and the spike is going to go down. They're going to get caught by the ult from Sova, finding Maya. The spike's still going to get planted, and the Saints just have a little more time. Tony going to take down Kurosu, but Respawn comes through desperately now. Kurosu has to try to find that kill before going back to the grave, but finding two instead. Take that, Grim Reaper. I'm paying you over what you're due. Finding a third now. Not letting that interest accrue. Tony just holding this angle for their life, but Kurosu comes around the corner, flaking a little too early. It's going to be up to Abby to find the last 2 kills, and that's not a job. That's above their qualifications. Taking them both out with just 18 HP remaining, shooting them up to the first place on the leaderboard. Wow, what a fantastic round. Both of these teams, they are fighting so hard in this half, but just less than half of this half remains. I'm not saying half anymore, it sounds too weird to my ears and my mouth, but lastly, we're seeing another buy round coming up from Saskatchewan. That loss bonus paying in dividends, allowing them to continually restock their armory. Maya just forced to retreat from that util, still looking up this angle. Crislin taking out Abby with a wall bang from the Guardian. High penetration, high damage. Something like that's bound to happen. Abby leading the rest of the Saints up this angle. Just gonna go for the side they usually favor. Gonna go for the right side. Left side is going to be watched out by one member of the University of Saskatchewan. Dart's going to come out. Scans coming through. Maya until Tony Chopper in position, but Dopamine taking out Kurosu as they make the approach. Crislin coming around the corner, finding Maya. 2-tap headshot.
One enemy remaining.
Coming around once again, Tony Chopper taking out Oppie, but Chris spraying down last member for the Saints, taking down one more to the grave with them. With the smoke up and just one member of the Saints remaining, that defuse is going to come through without much trouble. But now we're looking at 6-3. University of Saskatchewan able to bring things back just a little bit. But with that loss bonus reset, you better hope and pray that they don't lose this next round, or else they'll really be in some trouble. And the Saints have too much money in their pocket to really care about that. They're going to full buy and get ready for this next round. Looks like they want to be only B once again. Maybe mid. Hard to say for sure. As smoke comes through, allowing them to push in. Poppy
is ready.
Taking the orb. Maya with shock dart. Forcing back and orb might be there. Smoke's gonna come up. He's been scanning, or taking on that pull. Still gonna get scanned, however. That's gonna come through from Chris. Dopamine taking out Oppie. Saints missing 2 as Maya makes the advance with the team taking down Rihu. Chris Lynn. Dart shot out. Getting the scan. Dopamine on the back. Musin taking out Kurosu at the back of market. Now, the nade coming out from the back. Tony's gonna fall. However, Maya watching the angle diligently. Chris taking out Dopamine. The nade finding little impact. CC Music comes around the corner, knowing exactly where they are, able to pre-fire, find that final kill, but no. Maya with a 4K, taking out CC Musin to finish up the round for the Saints. 18 seems to be the magic number here. Once again, surviving on 18 HP. We're seeing Maya clear out the round for the Saints. Leading up in the kills as well.
Right here.
Great performance all around for all the players in this game, but I feel like Maya and Abby have been kind of sticking out in terms of performance from that last game versus here. Definitely the largest leap, I'll say, in improvement. Pushing out into B now. Maya with the Vandal, solo pushing with the spike as well, getting aggressive. Maybe this newfound confidence from leading in the kills could be fueling this play. We'll have to see if it's going to work out. It's Oppie leading mid, but Maya pushing into a cross angle. Can you recognize it? No, both of them firing. Thankfully, that friendly fire is not going to come into play. It's not really a thing they have to worry about. They're able to just spray right in front of each other. Gonna be losing Kurosu right now as well. Chris coming around the angle, finding 1, finding 2. Evening things up just a little bit. 2-3. Abby.
My territory, my rules.
Scanning around the back of B. Nobody there. But the concussion coming out. Chris not finding any value with that. CC Musin with the shotgun. Wait, might try coming around the corner. Abby Profin firing, but oh, the shotgun from behind is gonna miss. Abby's gonna swing around, find the kill, and keep themselves in the game. Rihu, however, taking down Abby as they were flashed. Chris going to go for the taking out that dart, not gonna reveal their position, and finding the plant. No one's gonna be able to stop this one. Unless that Yuto forcing them out of the wall, and Rihu taking them out, forced off of that spot, knowing they couldn't afford to stick it. 4-7 now. That round was incredible. Unfortunate for CC Musin, not able to find that kill with the shotgun. But still, University of Saskatchewan able to bring the round back. Would have been absolutely incredible for the Saints if that swing, or that flick rather, from Abby could have won them that round. But here we are, final round and a half. Only 2 ultimates in play here. Kurosu could get theirs, Maya maybe as well. But I feel like Kurosu is going to be the one we're seeing most likely come through, has the most immediate effect. And just 1 kill with getting it, or 1 ult orb as well. Oppie coming around, finding 1. Rihu finishing off the kill, taking down Oppie. Entry fragger for the Saints. As we're seeing Chris throwing out the Guardian, or the Gate rather. And Abby finding CC Musin, using the Cypher ult. Getting all that data as Chris finds the plant. And Kurosu able to find the ult as well. Even if they fall, they're going to be able to get up once more and keep the fight alive. Tony, smoke in hand, seeing what can be accomplished. This
One
Abby,
enemy remaining.
38 people down the corner. Chris finding that shot, but getting taken out immediately by Chris Lindsay on the corner. Abby finding that final kill to win the round for the Saints, 4-8 going to this next one. And this is the scoreline I was saying is a lot less scary to be facing off of in that previous one when they were looking at 10-2 on the half. At least this time around, University of Saskatchewan, as we switch sides, are looking 4-8 instead. Still, not the best scoreline you want to be working with, but it is definitely a lot more doable, a lot more favorable than what we were seeing before. So the Saints now need 5 more to win this game. University of Saskatchewan have their work cut out for them and needing a nice clean 9. But it's not impossible for either of these teams to completely run away with things, or things could stay as close as they are and trade blow for blow, round for round, until we're sent into an overtime. But Oppie doesn't want that to happen, finding a beautiful one-tap to start off this round. Tony looking to smoke off their retreat as Oppie finds another one. Unfortunately, you weren't able to smoke that off for your team as Oppie pre-firing and fighting so much confidence on these clears. Smoke's gonna go up, stepping right into it. Chrislin finding Maya. Chris swing around the corner as Oppie gets behind, taking down 2 more as Chris finishes things off by taking down Rihu, as well as taking the ace for your teammate. But I digress. Oppie back to leading on the kill score, 14-10. Saints, their composition favors the aggression, favors playing the macro game, and they're doing so very well, I feel, as they're looking to 4-9, winning the pistols. University of Saskatchewan were able to win their forced eco round from that first half. Can they do the same? Saints have some guns to work with, but this time it's going to work out just a little bit for them, as they are able to work with the range afforded to them by the Guardians and Vandals. But with a quick pause coming through, someone's game had crashed. We're going to have to wait out just a little bit before we can get back into this game. Nope, they can't pause. They're forced to play this round out as Oppie and the rest of the Saints start mowing them down. Dopamine seems to be the one who crashed, and unfortunate they didn't get the chance to fight back this round. University of Saskatchewan, unfortunate timing for the technical issues, but now the pause is in effect and we just have to wait for Dopamine to come back into the game. But ladies and gentlemen, as we're waiting for this game 2 to kind of get wrapped up and get cleared, we may be sending things off to a quick break for this technical pause. So don't go anywhere. The action is just getting started and we're finishing things off. So we'll be seeing you guys momentarily after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. The action will be back very soon. Oh, never mind. We're back into the action already. We're seeing Dopamine right back into the game. Crashes mean nothing in the world of Valorant. You can't stop this train. They're forced to get back into the fight. And once again, it is a little unfortunate that they weren't able to really showcase their skills in the previous round. But coming right back into this next one, we're seeing the Saints starting things off on the defense. B is going to be the place where they're starting their push for University of Saskatchewan, but since they left the spike all the way back and they're already retreating, they just wanted to force some attention over to B site for the Saints. Their real goal is going to be A, and they're making a rush straight for it. It's just going to be one Saint on that spot. Using tripping the tripwire, maybe intentionally. The TP coming through from Tony Chopper, and Abby not able to finalize the kill. Element of surprise working in Tony Chopper's favor there as they find the spike plant. Maya with the rest of the Saints looking for the retake. Kurosu pushing through the smoke, hopping in, finding one, but Tony Chopper on the left taking them out. Chris finding Stacey Musin. Tony Chopper finding their 3rd kill in Chris. Shock dart from Maya coming through, but getting scanned by the recon, faking the defuse. Shield coming through from Abby, allowing them to find one, but Tony with a 4K, unfortunately not able to get the last one they needed to get the ace. Not just any ace, that would have been the round-winning clutch ace for University of Saskatchewan, but not quite going their way as we're looking 4-11. Saints just need 2 more to win this game and win this series. Saints are looking so strong against University of Saskatchewan, but things are already looking better for them than in the previous round, previous game rather. Fighting strong. They are, I don't want to say they're looking great in the gun department, but they're not looking too bad. They are definitely able to fight this round, and I don't think saving for the next round would be wise, because you're basically forcing yourself to be playing on match point. Kristen finding Kurosu off that long angle as Dopamine looks to find Oppie, but Oppie's bullet finds Dopamine before anything can be done. Looking for the ultimate, finding Chrislin, sending them into the Shadow Realm, force 1v1, and getting the shot to take them out of the game and back into our real world. Oppie is rejoining the Saints. With the smoke coming up on the mid site, Oppie running right through it, finding the head of Tony Chopper. Just one more in the pocket for Oppie. Now at this point, not even caring about the sights, not even caring about anything really, wanting to just get that ace. Oppie getting a little hungry, and might be able to find it as they're getting closer to finding University of Saskatchewan. Rihu taking down Maya. Oppie finding that final kill, and as you go around the corner, it's not looking good for CC Musin. Oppie with the ace to bring the Saints to match point. 4-12. University of Saskatchewan must be on high alert right now. Call an emergency meeting because things are looking grim and something has to be done. We don't need a lot of evidence, but we need to do something to get this game back in control. St. Clair College just one round away from running away with a 2-0 in this series. University of Saskatchewan, everybody with a gun in hand. Vandal, Spectre, and Sheriff lining them up. This could be the round of their dreams or nightmares haunting them for every day going forward. Dopamine getting aggressive up on mid.
Sensor
Looking to
destroyed.
find anybody with their guard down. Finding Chris with the guard up. Unfortunately, Chris with the second. Tony Chopper falling as they make their way into that midpoint. Chris finding the third, almost with the fourth. The ultimate's just gonna barely miss. Chris with the fourth. Can we get 2 aces in a row? Yes, we can, because the ultimate was found by Chris, getting the second ace in a row for the Saints and winning this series 2-0 against University of Saskatchewan. Beautifully done by both of these teams. Hard fought, and it was some great Valorant all around. You couldn't ask for anything better. Great score lines as well. Oppie with double the kills to the deaths, 2.0 KD ratio. Chris with a fantastic kill score as well. Maya with a very similar one. Chrislin with a respectable score line as well. Everybody doing fantastic. Every player in this game should be proud of themselves for sure. It was a fantastic series all around. We saw some really incredible plays, and of course, 2 aces in a row to finish things out. The Saints are fantastic, and they played that series great. Well done to both teams. Once again, University of Saskatchewan put on a fantastic fight and a fantastic show. Their players are definitely strong, and I'm excited to see what more we have in store going forward. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for tonight. St. Clair College are going to be your winners, winning 2-0, and that's going to be everything we have. Join us tomorrow as we have more Canadian Esports Nationals going on. But, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I've been Daniil, also known as Betterson McGee. Thank you very much to Ari for running the stream for me while I got to yap over this match. And we hope you have a fantastic night. Take care.